at P. Diddy's party.
Beyonce forced me into Diddy's sick world. The pop princess finally speaks out about the twisted web of abuse, manipulation, and power that nearly destroyed her career. She's accusing Beyonce and Jay-Z of forcing her into Diddy's twisted world when she was just a teenager. That's right. Rihanna claims the power couple pushed her into attending Diddy's now infamous Freakoffs at a time when she was barely legal. Now, fans finally understand why Rihanna and Beyonce never collaborated. It wasn't shade. It wasn't coincidence. It was something far more sinister. Rihanna was only 17 when she met Jay-Z, her big break, right? But according to her, things weren't what they seemed. She says he locked her in an office for hours, pressuring her to sign a deal she didn't fully understand. In an older interview, she hinted at the trauma.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did a homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does.
And here's where things get weird. Freddie P., remember him from making the band? He recently revealed that the infamous 4-hour Cheesecake Walk wasn't even Diddy's idea. It was Beyonce's. She was upstairs the whole time, he said. She told Diddy to make us walk. She wanted to watch us suffer.
In fact, a lot of people don't know that cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. I listen to everything you say as if it's a contract. So if you say, walk to the store, or walk to get me some cheesecake, I'll walk to get you some cheesecake, but I'm not walking back. And that's just what me and Dalan did. And they like, why y'all, they hot. Like, y'all cheating. And we like, he told us to walk. He didn't tell us to walk back. So we already in the hotel like 3 hours before they got there. When they said they was coming, we went and met him in front of the building. And the first thing that said out of his mouth, he said, we got the cheesecake. He was like, take that shit upstairs for Beyonce. Then he said, they was like, yeah, man, we want to tell you, Fred and Dalan, they ain't walk back. Trying to be on some snitch and shit. He's like, I ain't tell you to walk back.
Just imagine that. Beyonce, the face of empowerment, pulling strings behind closed doors. The whispers are growing louder. Former NFL player The Baby shared his own disturbing story. He says he was invited to a private gathering with Diddy. Only 15 people were allowed to stay. Then, Beyonce walked up to him, alone. She introduced herself like he didn't already know who she was. According to him,
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. Like the influx of people, he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Beyonce, cut it out.
It felt like a setup. She was trying to seduce me, he said. It was a Freakoff meeting, and she was part of it. That's when the truth
arrogance.
clicked. Beyonce wasn't just aware of Diddy's parties.
For refusing
she was
to
helping
play their
recruit
sick
for them.
games.
Rihanna made a choice. She said no to the Freakoffs, and that's when the war began. First came the album Sabotage. Her anti-album was leaked on Tidal, which just so happens to be owned by Jay-Z and Beyonce. The early drop tanked her sales, only 124,000 copies. Meanwhile, Beyonce's Lemonade dropped perfectly timed and sold over 650,000. Then came the humiliation. Beyonce's infamous line, "Bow down bitches," wasn't just lyrics, it was a warning shot, a message for Rihanna.
And anyone that says, oh, that is disrespectful, just imagine a person that hates you. Imagine a person that doesn't believe in you, and look in the mirror and say, bow down, bitch.
Remember those old rumors? Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce with Rihanna? Turns out, that was planted. Rihanna's own publicist later confessed it was a fake stunt to boost her image. A messy move, yes, but it also served another purpose. It covered up the real abuse happening behind the scenes. And when you look at the pattern, it's impossible to ignore. Beyonce wasn't just watching, she was a key player. Instead of giving in, Rihanna fought back the best way she knew how. She built her own empire, all while refusing to ever bow down again. She didn't disappear from music because she lost inspiration. She left because she was done with the games. Now, with Diddy under federal investigation, the house of cards is falling fast. Beyonce and Jay-Z's recent appearances feel off. The girl they tried to break, she grew into the woman who might destroy them all. And the question isn't if she'll speak in court, it's when. Because when she does, the empire will fall.